Hey guys, welcome to our video. We are Glass Cannon Studio and this is our game Land Above Sea Below. Let me introduce our team. Peter is our founder and the heart and soul of the game. Rosmi is our graphics designer.
Hey.
And Greg is our music composer. My name is Andrew and I'm the producer of the game. So let's get started. Today Peter is going to play and we are going to comment on his gameplay. Here guys you can see the main page of the game. We are going to play with the Eternal Open mode, which is basically a sandbox mode. So the main goal of the game is to keep the Tree of Fall alive, which guys you can see in the middle of the screen. You can do this by placing tiles next to this tree tile. The sea level at the end of every round raises and all tiles that are just at the sea level will sink. And your goal is to raise the height of your tiles so they are not going to sink. You can do this, as Peter is doing now, by placing similar tiles next to each other. This will result in an increased level of the tiles. It will get far away from the sea level and it will not sink. So your goal is to raise the tiles of your island as high as possible.
And by doing so, you also get some points. So on the right-hand side, you can see the objectives of the game. These are constantly changing. So if you get one of them, you will be rewarded by a card. So these cards will help you on your journey.
Yeah. Yeah, we should speak about how can we get more steps in every season.
By default, every season is 7 steps long. That means that you can place 7 tiles. And after you have placed the 7 tiles, the sea level will raise by 1 unit. But if you are really good with the synergies, and it is quite simple at the first round, means that you can get extra rounds. You see guys now, Peter is getting extra rounds to each other, and he's also getting extra cards which he can use. We will get to that later. So if you are placing more tiles next to each other, you can get extra round, which means that the sea level won't rise to that point. Right now you can see that we have reached to the end of the season. You can see that the screen basically shows an island, and you have to click actually on the next season button, which will result in increasing sea level. So we have now, I can see 1 tile surely will sink, which is there. No, it didn't sink actually because it raised by 1 unit with the last round.
Yeah.
So Peter was good enough. Right? So he was
at the beginning of the game, of course.
Yeah, so it was good enough placing the tiles, so none of them will sink. But for now, now he is placing the tiles next to each other. So basically the goal is to place at least 3 or 4 or 5 tiles next to each other. Right now, in the beginning of the game, you only have 1 tile type, which is this yellowish type. So in the beginning of the game, basically, you just have to place the tiles next to each other. You don't have to do so much, strategy. Just placing the tiles carefully. But as the game proceeds, you will unlock more tile types, which will make the game complex.
Maybe now we should speak about these little icons above the tiles. These are the mini objectives.
That's right. So these cards are showing some, small goals which you can achieve during the game, which means that you will have to raise the tile height, for instance, 60 meters from the sea level, and by doing that you will get rewards. And you will get extra points. As you can see on the right side of the screen, there is this score meter. basically fulfills, and if it reaches certain levels, for instance 3000 or 3750, you guys can see on the right side of the screen, you are getting a reward which will result in a card, so to say, which will help you during the gameplay. So, for instance, right now we have a skip card, which we are not going to use right now because they're quite limiting, but you will use as the game proceeds. And right now you guys see that we have now unlocked a different tile type. This is the village type. This has this green surface and houses built on it. So you can get synergies with the green village tile types only by placing those similar tiles next to each other. So you can combine the two. And right now the second season ended. If you actually click on the next season, the sea level will rise, and now we have one tile flooded and sunk. You guys see. There it is. So right now the next tile is again a autumn tile, which Peter has put there, and also now a village type, which is essential to put in the same area as the other village type tiles are. So you could not mix the two because you would not get any synergies, and you would, any increase in their height. River Village. This is again another tile type. These are sort of like a special feature tiles, so to say, which keep their heights always above the sea level, so it will never sink, which is always a good thing to have. Again, you can connect multiple river tiles next to each other. You can build huge rivers. Also, goals or tasks of the game. You see there it also get a synergy with the other green type types, village type types. Yes, so right now what you guys see that Peter has built 4 village type types forming like a V shape, and he had put the next tile type in the middle of it, which got an even bigger synergy. After it, he got the general tile type, and now we also run out of the season. In the sandbox mode, you can see what tile types you are going to get on the upper left side of the screen. In the default game mode, you cannot foresee what kind of tiles you will get. The main concept of this sandbox mode is to create islands really, so they look nice, interesting. What guys you can see there, which is this grayish or bluish islands there. Those are all like tiny islands, and if you connect your main island with those, you can get extra rewards, and those tiles will also be also connected to your main island. So you see that there are some rocks as well. These rocks are obstacles, so you can build through them, you can only build around them, but the not unlocked island part, you can connect it to your main island for reward.
Okay, I can try to show you if I fail the game. Oh, only one tile left. And if you see the last tile that you placed in the season never be sunk.
What you guys can see there, that there is another locked tree of fall, which you can unlock also by building your island and reaching onto that certain goal. Your main goal is to keep that tree of fall alive and then raising its light constantly, but on the other hand, you can also unlock another tree of fall, which will give you basically a second life, right? So a new life. So if for some reason your main tree of fall gets sink, then you would still have another chance to survive if you unlock the another tree of fall. So eventually, as the game progresses, sooner or later it is suggested or it's really essential to unlock this another tree of fall to get basically a second life. So now we are proceeding to the next season. I think we could show the viewers the skill cards we have on our hand. Yeah, but on the left side of the screen you can see that we have different cards and they can get really handy the game progresses. So yeah, why don't we start with the undo card. So we are placing that tile which turns out in a bad location. Then we can play out the undo card and take one step back. With the skip card, let us show you first. Yeah. Yeah, so with the skip card, you can skip the in your hand. So if you don't want to place this open river tile card, then by playing out the skip card, you are going to get a new tile. Really useful if you can't really place this card in a good location. So basically, you can save a round from the season by playing out this card. You can immediately skip to the next card and you can place that red one. Now we have unlocked Fine Work card, which will now also pop up in our hand.
Yeah, and as you have at least 3 different types, the complexity rises, so it's always harder and harder to find the right spot for your tiles. And yeah, you cannot use the sunken places. So if you look at the sunken tiles, you can't put a new one above those.
There is only one solution to use or get back the sunken tiles if they just have been sunk one last round. Then have this special draw card, and you can clear it out, which will decrease the sea level by 1 unit. So the recently sunken tiles will become available again if you have this special skill card in your hand. Luckily, we do have that one, so we can play out that one, and then we could increase the sea level by 1 unit.
I hope you can build this triangle here at one point.
Yeah. Where is the 5 dice? Here.
The game gets trickier if you are unlocking more and more tile types, because you will get less and less chance to raise your tree of falls height, and eventually the sea level will reach that height, so it's always essential to keep in mind to raise the height of the tree of fall, because you can easily forget to raise its height, but that's your main objective, to save it from the constantly rising sea level. You can always beautify your island and do everything that you wish, but that is your ultimate goal. You have not laid out the special tile card, which unlocks a special tile. The special tile are they also come in every different tile types. They have also special rules with them, and they also adjacent sea level.
Okay, at this point I can use the drought card and bring back to life these 2 dice.
Oh yeah, it would be nice to zoom in just to check out some of the tiles.
You can also rotate the tiles that you place, which right now Speeder is doing has only a beautification effect, but as the game progresses, it will be a really useful and really important.
Yeah, but in case of the rivers or the walls, it is a very useful function. But yes, we are waiting for the mixed tile types. Where is my castle? Oh, here. Maybe. Okay. Looking for a nice spot for those pine trees.
How many seasons can you survive usually?
It's a good question. In this case, you have infinite seasons. So here is a mixed style.
Yes, so as you guys can see, it's both Pine Forest and general type. And now it's really important how you guys rotate it, because on one side it is connecting and it's making a synergy, but on the other side it's not making a synergy. So how you guys rotate it.
Okay, it isn't a good situation because there is no good spot for this mixed style. Or maybe oh, and here is the force type. Yeah, speak about a bit the lexicon, where you can find lots of information about the game. What is the synergies, the gameplay basics, what is the seasons, score, event cards, and other. And of course, everything about the unlocked types.
Yes, so this game gets more and more complex as you proceed with it. You are going to unlock, as you see, even more and more types, but as you guys see, we didn't unlock all of them yet, so you have to play for quite a long time to unlock everything. And as the game proceeds, it gets more and more challenging to place the tiles in the rest location, but the game will give you special types, which will special tiles, which help you, for instance, by not syncing and keeping all the adjacent types with each other. There are also these mini objectives, as you guys could see. If you achieve them, then you can get more score points, which will result in getting special cards. So this is also a really useful thing to get and grab and stack it up and have a really nice amount of cards for the later part of the game. And you guys have special buildings for every different types, not just for general, not just for the Pine Forest, but for everything. And these can also have you creating synergies, but these will always be the surrounding tiles above sealable, so you can use it really strategically. Make sure so you guys can think of the best place where to put them, where they could save the most amount of tiles from syncing. So as the game proceeds, it gets more and more complex, and it requires even better and more strategy thinking.
Yeah, and there are even more rewards because we have some challenges for you. So these are the meta progression for the game. Obviously, you can unlock some achievements, but these are not really tied to any rewards. It's just the usual platform events.
Yeah, and at this point the game has got 4 types, base types: the autumn forest, the village, pine forest, and the pillar forest. And every base type has got subtypes, that the river ties, the special ties, wall types, and others. And of course there are some obstacles, the reefs. These ties only occupy some free spots on the map, and you cannot build anything around them. Okay, I think we can show you the game modes of the game.
Yeah, so this was the sandbox mode basically, where you could see, what tiles you will get, and it's much easier gameplay.
Before it, we can speak about the challenge mode, because this is the same as the Eternal Autumn mode, but but this is a shorter gameplay where you have limited seasons, so you can play only 10 seasons, and this is maybe enough half an hour for a game. And now, of course, the sandbox
mode is really exciting because at challenge mode you are competing with the time basically, so you don't have infinite amount of time to figure out where to place your talent, what would be strategically the best location to play with. Yeah, that's a really challenge.
And you can compete with other players, so that's why we have our leaderboard.
Yeah, of course, I can show you the leaderboard first. We've got two leaderboards, one for the challenge mode and one for the Eternal Autumn mode. You can see your score, and you can see the others, the top 20. And this is the sandbox mode, where you can place any type of dice that you unlocked before in any other game modes. So in the previous game we unlocked these miles, or the wall ties, or the bastion. And you
for instance, if you wish, we could build a wall around this village. Real simple.
Yeah. You can rotate them anytime, or increase the height.
You can also adjust the water's height as well, so it's easier to make beautiful landscape.
And because of every type in this game, every tile in this game are procedural generated or random generated. If you like to copy one of this tile, you can pick up and place it to other spot. We speak about a bit the music and the sound design.
Wow. The music and the sound design it was relatively easy to make, because I don't have to compose some energetic like battle music or something like that. The aim was for the music to blend in completely with the game and the sounds in the gameplay, and it's a calm background music for building islands, beautiful island. And there is lots of different music style tracks in the game, but the basic idea was to create some calm and slow and like a meditative music style, but work well with the game. and also that was the goal for creating the sound effects, because the sound effects designed to blend in with the music as if they were the part of the music, because the effects are made up of small musical elements that are tuned to match the tuning of the background music. So it really sounds like it's like that's a different music tracks or something like that. I hope it's working well.
Yeah, I think, you know, after a really stressful day, you know, just
Yeah.
get unwinding a bit with this game, it can get really relaxing, and you know, you can get sucked into this really calming atmosphere, and yeah, music and sound helps it a lot.
And
Yeah,
how
it's
many,
a lot of yes.
how many tracks are on the soundtrack? Because it's
I think
also downloadable.
Yeah, it's 15 tracks, and I think almost or maybe a little bit more than 1 hour long, the whole soundtrack.
I usually, you know, listen to just for the soundtracks when, you know, I want to, you know, when I'm really stressed or agitated and can't fall asleep, it just really, you know, calms me down. So it's a really good, you know.
Yeah, it's different genres, but I used a lot of real instruments. There is real sounds from guitars and mandolins and like glockenspiels and pianos, and maybe mixed with a little bit like chill hop and like that. So I don't know. You will hear it, I hope.
How many instruments do you play on?
Basically, my main instrument is a piano. I learned that more than 16 years. But after I learned how to play on the guitar and other string instruments. So actually, learning music, learning on an instrument, it's something like a hobby for me.
Cool.
It's like polishing a game, right? It's a never-ending journey.
Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes we land, so, but...
So Rodney, what was your approach with the graphics design?
Oh yeah, so I think the main goal was to be as clear and as transparent as we can, because the gameplay scene itself is quite colorful, so we don't want it to draw or make any artistic, which competes with the world space graphics. So that's why we ended up being super minimalistic, and basically we had this conversation with Peter that it's almost like a mobile game because we had to avoid the overly stylized solutions, and the illustrations themselves are using like 3 colors pop. And I think we had 4 or 5 iterations when it comes to the main gameplay screen. It's always based on feedback. We have a brilliant Discord community, so they provided lots ideas, improvements, tips, and even paints. So sometimes we had to redesign some of the solutions, even though we fell in love with them. But once one player can start using your solution, sometimes it turns out that they can't really understand what's happening, how the hide system works, or some stuff like that. So I think the biggest change was using that right hand side, the objective meter on the right hand side, and another issue we had is to show upfront what kind of tiles are coming. So we had to combine 3 different gameplay mechanics on the top left corner, because you can see how many days you have in the season, what kind of tiles are approaching, and obviously we have to show how many are used, and that gave us 4 or 5 options to design this. But I think we ended up using a single space to indicate this, because we wanted to keep as clear as possible the gameplay screen.
So as we already mentioned, we have been through in a quite long journey since the game development started in 2022 January. The whole concept and the idea was popping out by Peter's head. He had his first sketches, draw the first tiles down into the paper, and now here we are with the final game and ready for the release. So you guys will be able also to try out our game and buy it on Steam. It will be released on the 13th of September 2023. And we are really looking forward to it, and we are really excited. And as through the development phase, as well as after the release, we are really curious and really looking forward to receive your feedbacks. The community.
Yes, so please join our Discord and give us some feedback, because this is essential for the next updates.
It was really helpful for us also throughout the development. We have received a lot of feedbacks, a lot of comments from you guys. We really appreciate it. It helped us a lot during the development, and we are really expecting to get some feedbacks from you after the main release. So yeah, join our Discord server. It's just one click from the main page of the game. Share your islands with us. Take screenshots, pictures, videos, and share it with us. How great island builders you guys are. What great achievements you guys can get with LASB civils. So we are really excited about our release, and we are really looking forward to see you guys in our Discord channel. Thank you.
Thank you,
thanks
guys.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.